Hello everyone, it's me again, the Southern African World Bicycle Rider. Today I'm here at Newlands, Cape Town, South Africa, home of the DHL Stormers, the Super Rugby side, the DHL Stormers. With me I have Schalk Burger. Schalk,
how you doing, my friend?
Thanks so much for your time, mate, really appreciate it. Get started like I always ask, Schalk. Rugby union, it's your bread and butter. Give us your earliest memory of the game.
Well, it's actually here on this very stadium, you know. Obviously my dad played here in the mid-80s, and the scholars used to be back over my left shoulder, and I used to sit there and watch him play. So yeah, that's my earliest memory of rugby.
What a classic memory, earliest at this stadium. That's something to write home about.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
It's a great venue. I think it's the oldest international venue still left. So we're long may it last, and
Yeah.
I've been privileged enough to play quite a few years there.
No, wonderful, Schalk. I know you've had an awesome career and it's still going. Tell me something, just off the top of your head, who would be the greatest player or person that's influenced you the most in your career?
Yeah, people who's influenced me, obviously my dad, you know, he was a rugby player, as I mentioned, in the mid-80s, so obviously in my early career him, and then later on in life, you know, my young family, my wife and my two little boys, so you know, they've changed my life forever, I think. So
yes.
Obviously greatest rugby players, I think you talk about players who was a year ahead of themselves, so
okay.
my youngest memory was Donnie Gerber, the Doring van Dispatch, I think,
wow.
For South Africans.
Yeah, he's our hero in every match.
Yeah, and then obviously later came along John Olomo, you know, a wing weighing 118 or 120 kgs on this very pitch, you know, on the left side there, my cat got bundled over, and I was sitting on the railway stand right there on the halfway line, so I watched it live. So he also left a big impact in my life. And then loose forwards, obviously you've got to have a few loose forwards in there, and Zinzanbroek was a special guy for me. Obviously South Africa at that stage, Tian Strauss was a big favourite, obviously also Western Province as well.
Thanks so much for sharing that with me. Schalk, Super Rugby, that's your competition. In your free time, is there any other competition you like to pay attention to? The Heineken Cup, the ITM Cup, maybe the Rabobank Pro 12, the French Top 14. Do you pay any attention to any of those?
It's predominantly a little bit of rugby, mostly Super Rugby, and a little bit of Heineken Cup, obviously British Premiership. We've got heaps of South Africans over there.
Yes, yes.
But sports that take up my time is golf, cricket. So those two I watch every Sunday night. Every time the Proteas play, I'm now in front of the TV, so it's good fun.
That's awesome to hear. What a wonderful game cricket is, and it's great to see Schalk Burger is a passionate cricket fan. That's absolutely awesome. Two more things. Firstly, give us a prediction now for we're at the business end of the Super Rugby competition 2014. Give us your prediction. Who's going to win it?
There's teams that's assured of qualifying at the moment is I think the Crusaders are up there. The Waratahs have secured first spot, so they must be favourites. Obviously they've got a bye coming up next weekend, and then they've got semi-final and a home final if they do win their semi-final.
Yes.
Obviously third place at the moment secured by the Sharks, but they can move up to second. So I'll go between the Waratahs and the Sharks. Thanks
for that, Schalk. Last thing. The Queensland Reds, they were the side that helped me most in my journey and my cycle between the Super Rugby teams. I caught up with them in Durban recently, and they gave me a media polo, and every time I do a little interview, I ask if the person concerned has enough respect to just pop their autograph on the Reds polo for me. Would you do that?
No problem whatsoever.
Appreciate that, my man. Let's just grab the pen out again. You grab that. Well, you can go under...
The boss there, hey?
That's us. Us to run Pierre Spies and Big Franco van der Merwe. So we add another big man to the autographs there.
Keep on.
Thanks so much for your time. Guys, until we meet again, ciao for now.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks.
Keep on.